On my third video about GMIS. From now on, we're not going to discuss chronological, it's going to be specific areas. And today I'd like to discuss the campus. So when I began, our campus was in Ancol. And I always remember a friend at the Hilton in Jakarta, probably 35 years ago. I'm looking at buying a car. And I go, "Ooh, that looks nice." And he goes, "Oh, I've seen a lot of pretty packages." In other words, don't judge a book by its covers. Bottom line is, if you looked at GMIS Ancol, not so pretty. In fact, it was built like a prison, if I'm honest. It had four floors, and at the top floor, there were railings. Why? Because prior to me arriving at GMIS Jakarta, there was a suicide. A Korean boy actually jumped from the fourth floor and killed himself. Anyway, so the bottom line is the campus of GMIS at the beginning in Ancol, yeah, not so pretty. But one thing I will say, I think we changed in '93, so we were there 5 years. One thing I will say, we probably had the strongest staff by around 92, 93 than we ever had. And we were doing very well at the time. Once we moved, and this time, yeah, okay, it was a nice campus. It didn't have fantastic facilities, if I'm honest, but it was new, of course. And I'll put a picture of this campus on the. Anyway, I'll put a picture up. And 5 stories. And at first, of course, we only used, I think, 4. But within a year or two, we were heaving. And we were up to, I think, our maximum by the end of the 90s. And we had over 2,000 students. So it was a big school. Now, remember, the school went from KG all the way to year 12. So, I mean, we took everybody. There was not 2 campuses. It was 1 campus for everybody. Anyway, that's the story of the campus, and I'll catch you on the next one.